Hello everyone, I'm at the Brooklyn Cruise Terminal in Brooklyn, New York, and I finally found the Queen Mary, and almost got lost a little bit because they did not have the address of the port on the ticket. It just said New York, and we're actually in Brooklyn, and this is the Queen Mary 2, and they were right when they said that you can basically see the boat from the street. So it's hard to get too lost. But then again, Brooklyn and New York are big cities, and right behind the Queen Mary, that would be downtown Manhattan, and the building right in the center, that would be the New World Trade Center. And can't really see downtown Brooklyn from here, but that's just looking east and where I got off of the city bus about a block or two away. So it's not too difficult to take public transportation here, but I am very excited to get on and check out the Queen Mary 2. And this is the inside of the Brooklyn Cruise Terminal, and it's taken about a half hour just to get to this point, and it'll probably take maybe another half hour to get through the customs here. And I'm now finally aboard the Queen Mary. It actually took a little bit longer than a half hour for the second part of the security. It was more about closer to 45 minutes. So the total time to get through customs and security was a little over an hour and a quarter. But anyhow, I made it aboard, and I'm on one of the many sun decks they have. I'm at the stern of the ship here, and directly behind us is New York, and off to the right, that would be downtown Brooklyn, and to the left would be Manhattan, and in the center there, that's the World Trade Center building, and further off to the left is New Jersey. So you get a pretty good view of everything here. I'm now on the bow of the ship, and not as much to see up here. Looks like they have most of their controls and computer navigation stuff up here. But from bow to stern, it took about a good 5-minute walk. So this really is a pretty big ship here. And looking off to the north, that would be, see the Statue of Liberty. And there's New Jersey and Manhattan. I am now on the bow of the ship, and it took a good 5-minute walk to get here from the stern. So this is a pretty big boat, and it looks like they have most of their computer and navigational equipment here, so not as much to see. No swimming pool or sun deck here, but still a pretty good view. That would be New Jersey and Manhattan, and that's looking towards the stern, and we're about to set sail here in the next half hour. And since I have the time, being that it is a cruise, I just thought I would walk the bow to the stern just to show everyone how big this ship really is. And it's about the size of 3 football fields, or 1,131 feet. So it's a little bit of a walk to go from the bow to the stern. And just a couple of fun facts here. The Queen Mary 2 was built and launched in 2003, and it typically carries about 2,600 passengers with 1,200 crew members. So about half as many crew members as passengers. And this looks to be just an open deck area. Looks like maybe some kind of a board game. And this area here looks like a miniature tennis ball court, maybe racquetball. And it seems like all the top deck in here has these wind blocks, or at least I think that's what they're for. Hopefully they're not for I guess they could be so for safety reasons as well. And it doesn't seem like they could have built this ship any taller than it is now, because I believe there is one bridge that we have to clear when sailing from the New York harbor here. But overall, for a about 15-year-old ship, it seems to be in pretty good condition. I've heard other people say it has rust stains and needs quite a bit of work, but I haven't seen anything that needs major repairs yet. And off to the left is a kind of obstructed view of Manhattan in New Jersey. I guess those glass partitions are for safety, but kind of blocks the view a little bit. And this is more open deck space. And one thing that's interesting about the Queen Mary is it looks like there's a kennel here. If you want to bring your dog or cat, they could put your pet in a kennel, and it looks like they will take care of the pet inside there. And I believe the cost to do that is about $1,000. So it's almost as expensive to for the dog to travel as it is the person. And walking further along here towards the stern of the ship, got a better view of downtown Brooklyn. And this would be one of the sun decks. And it looks like they have a jacuzzi up directly in front, and some lounge chairs, and a miniature bar off to the left. And there's one of the pools in the stern area, and another sun deck. It looks like each level here has a sun deck with lounge chairs. And there's one more pool there on that next level. Since we always have extra time, let's walk down there. There's also an elevator, several elevators actually, so you really don't have to take these stairs. Not unless you're feeling up to the exercise, which, as if I haven't gotten enough exercise already today, taking the bus from Manhattan to Brooklyn. Well, actually the subway. I actually took the subway from my hotel. I was staying in the mid-east part of Manhattan, and it was about maybe a 15-minute subway ride to Brooklyn. And this would be the pool area, one of the pools. It's rather on the small side, but it's a pool. And here's another sun deck and another spa. And I think there'd be another, yeah, there's another pool down here. So there's really several decks here. Let's go down another floor. Overall, it's pretty cool how they have this. I mean, everything's pretty spread out. Thought it'd be on the right side. Sorry about that, guys. Well, then again, in Europe, I guess they walk on the left. And finally, the last deck here, down another flight of stairs. And we are now at the very back of the ship, the stern, and there's a pool and another jacuzzi. And looks like we're right next to a port area in Brooklyn. There's a barge there, got some containers on it. It looks like a pretty busy port. And off to the right looks like some ferry boats and warehousing, lots of warehousing in this part of Brooklyn. I got off the bus about maybe 2-3 blocks directly ahead, and there's a lot of warehouses. And I think too that brick building in the center is probably a housing project, which means public housing, basically free housing. So if you're walking around Brooklyn and New York, you got to kind of, it's always a good idea to know where the public housing is. But overall, it wasn't too bad getting here. I am now at the very bow of the ship on deck number 7, and we are just leaving New York. And the bow doesn't have as much as the stern does as far as the swimming pools and spas. At first I thought these things were some kind of artwork, but there's a sign inside that says these are spare propellers for the boat. And just gonna go for a little walk here, walk back to the stern area, which should probably take about 5 minutes. Pass through these watertight doors. Breeze is starting to pick up. I say there's probably a good 10-15 mile an hour breeze, and we are well underway. Off to the left is, looks like we're in a race here with the Staten Island ferry. And this deck seems to have a lot more lounge chairs and just seating areas set up for people. It's pretty nice. You could just sit out here and enjoy the view. By the time I walk back to the stern, I think we're going to be just about completely out of New York Harbor. So I'm a little bit late starting this, but we'll see. And it looks like off to the left, that's some ports of New Jersey. And up above us here, these are lifeboats. It's always good to know where the lifeboats are. And it looks like the whole length of this deck has lounge chairs. That's a good idea. I think they should have done the same with the top deck, because there's quite a few open spaces up there that were a little bit too open. It doesn't look like they were really using them for anything. And I think I'm starting to get there, maybe about 2/3 of the way to the stern. Should be able to see Manhattan and Brooklyn as we leave. And I think there's one bridge that we have to pass under. And just passing through a hallway area here. They got it glassed in. And it sounds like there is a farewell band here. Sounds like the band is upstairs there on the 8th floor. And quite a ways out from New York and Brooklyn. That would be New York in the center, and off to the right, that would be downtown Brooklyn, and straight ahead would be New Jersey. See if I get a little bit better view here. Walk down to the pool area. This is the 6th floor. Not too many people using the pool today. It's a pretty small pool. I think it's more just for kids. Looks like that's the only person using this pool right now. It says 3.2 feet deep. So not a very big pool, but anyhow, we are well underway. There's Manhattan and Brooklyn in the background there. And pretty soon we will be out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean with probably no more land for the next 7 days. And looking back towards the bow of the ship, there's a lot of people saying farewell to the United States with our Jamaican band playing. And we're now passing directly under the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, which connects Staten Island to the west with Brooklyn. And oh, there's not that much room up above. I'd say maybe like 20, 30 feet. And that's the Queen Mary, just letting everyone know that we cleared the bridge. Hello everyone, it is disco night on the Queen Mary 2. It is Tuesday. It's about 10:30 at night, and it's a little bit slow in here. Not too many people are at disco night, but at least they're trying though. They got a live band, and it's like they got a guitarist and a drummer. Hello everyone, today is day 3 of our voyage on the Queen Mary, and I'm on the upper deck here, which for some reason doesn't seem to be as popular to hang out on or exercise on as some of the lower decks. And I think there might be a couple reasons for that. One might be you're in the path of the exhaust system here, and though those smokestacks are pretty high up there, you can still somewhat smell the diesel fumes. And not sure if I'd want to spend too much time up here. It's almost like you're stuck behind the back of a diesel truck or something. And also, I think one other reason why people really don't like to hang out up here on the upper deck, even for exercise, is there's just more stairs. And so right now we're on the 12th floor, and if I wanted to jog around the entire boat, walking towards the bow, there's one more deck, deck 13, and basically it'd be up those stairs there. And then looking towards the stern, the back of the ship, you would have to go down these stairs here, because off to the left, this is the kennel area, and there's deck 11. So you could still basically go around the entire ship, but you would just have to deal with the stairs, and it's kind of breezy up here as well. But overall, the last 3 days have been pleasant. It's taken some time getting used to just the motion of the ship. Not so much getting seasick, but it's almost like being in a car where you're just continuously moving. And also on deck 12, they do have the pet kennels, and just gonna see if there's any pets hanging out here. It looks like there's a couple dogs up there. And I'm now walking back inside the ship. One of these doors should open. And we're still on the 12th floor. And each floor has a map here. It tells you basically what's on each floor. And these are the elevators. And also there's a larger map of the entire ship on each floor, and this also tells you where everything is, and it basically says we're next to stairway D, and there's basically 4 stairways, A, B, C, and D. So they simplified it a bit, but it is a pretty big boat. I mean, 3 football fields long, so it is possible to get a little bit lost here. But every floor is going to have a map like this, so if you do get lost, there's always some help. And besides the elevators, you can also take the stairs, which I actually prefer to do. And we're now on deck 11, and here's another map of the boat, and it tells you where you're at, so it's pretty helpful. And I want to go to deck number 7, so we got 4 more flights of stairs to walk down. And I'm just gonna go see what's going on the jogging deck, which is deck number 7. And I'm now on deck number 7, which is also where they have a lot of their restaurants and the buffet. To the right here, looks like it's closed just after lunch. This is the King's Buffet, and off to the left they have the Princess Grill, which also looks to be closed. And it's almost dinner time, so this stuff should be reopening. Let's see what's going on inside the Princess Grill. Pretty nice restaurant. I have not eaten here yet. I mostly eat at the buffet just because the portions are so small in these restaurants. And I'm walking towards the stern of the ship. This is the back, and they also have a sun deck here on deck 7, and it looks like this door is closed. And there's the sun deck. And also I want to walk out and see what's going on the jogging deck right outside here. Shouldn't be too busy right now because I think most people are just probably getting ready for dinner, and it's also starting to cool off outside. And just walking out of the Princess Grill. And walking out the exit doors to the jogging deck. And it looks like it is pretty quiet out here. Rather calm day at seas. Not too many waves, and surprisingly I haven't seen any boats or ships since we left New York Harbor. So it is, once you get out here in the middle of the ocean, it is really, really quiet. And this is the jogging deck. So basically 3 laps around this deck, 3 laps around the entire ship is about 1 mile. And I'm just about to the stern of the ship, which is the very back. And they have another sun deck set up out here. And here's one of the swimming pools and the spa. And these pools are pretty small. They're more meant for children. And if you look at some of the walls here of this ship, it's built pretty well. I mean, it's almost built like a building. That's probably about a 1/4 inch steel. So these are all steel beams. In some ways, it's almost remarkable that it even floats. And it's a little bit breezy today, probably about a 10-15 mile an hour wind. And I'm not sure what these containers are. Could be something with the lifeboats. And up above, just more rooms. And these rooms up here have balconies, decks. And I'm just now going to walk back inside. And from here I would like to walk to the main lobby area, and I'm just going to consult this map here, which of course they have on every floor. And this is telling us we are on the 7th floor next to stairway C here. So we're right up here next to King's Court, which is the buffet, and we want to go to the main lobby, which is the grand lobby, and that's on the 3rd floor. So I can just take the stairway, which is right here. And so this is the buffet. They're doing work on that part of it. And just gonna take this stairway. I could also take the elevators, but just need the exercise, so I'll take the stairs. Here's another map. And besides, you can't see the neat artwork they have in all the hallways. And here's some more artwork. And we're now on deck 4. Almost there. And each of these floors, it seems to have a bit of history. And this here, it's more about the Queen Mary. And it looks like they're comparing the Queen Mary to the Empire State Building. And the Queen Mary looks to be almost as tall as the Empire State Building, just about 200 feet shorter. And this next piece says it's the Queen Elizabeth, and I believe that ship is a little bit older than the Queen Mary II. And we're now on the 3rd floor here, and there's some more restaurants. This is the Britannia restaurant. Let's see if I get a better view. And I believe this restaurant is open pretty much to everybody. It's not like some of the other restaurants upstairs where it depends on what kind of room you have. Some of the other restaurants you might need to be in a suite or whatnot to eat there, but the Britannia restaurant and the buffet are pretty much open to everyone. And I'm just gonna go down. See what this is. This says the chart room. This is just one of the lounges, bars. One of many numerous lounges, bars they have. And I'm just gonna go down one more floor here. Still trying to get to the main lobby. And that looks like a real old one. They have a sailboat. And this is also the Britannia restaurants, the bottom floor. And we can just peek in here. Looks pretty busy. A lot of people having dinner today. And still trying to make my way to the main lobby. We're at the elevators. We're on deck number 2. And this is looking like the spot. This is the main hallway. And off to the right, that's the chart room again where we just looked into. It looks like they have some more artwork on these walls. And we're now walking into the main lobby area. And it looks like they have a violinist and a musical group set up here. And this is the main lobby. It's about 4 or 5 stories tall. And it looks like they're gonna be playing some music soon here. And upstairs, it looked like there were some shops up there, but they also have a little casino down here on the 2nd floor. It's not too big, but I guess it's big enough for a cruise ship. They have various table games. Looks like some blackjack tables and roulette, slot machines, followed by another bar. And I'm just gonna walk upstairs here to the 3rd floor and check out the shops, listen to the violins. And we're now on the 3rd floor. And it looks like they have several jewelry shops here, followed by another lounge bar. And this seems to just make a circle here up above the main lobby. And here's a, looks like a shoe clothing store. Lots of handbags and purses and perfumes. And off to the left, looks like another jewelry store. Followed by another handbag store. And we're back at the stairs where we walked up. And this hallway here just takes us to a second bank of elevators, and there should be another stairway here. I believe it should be the B stairway. Let's see if we can find a map. Okay, it says you are here. So we are at stairway B next to the grand lobby, and there's the Royal Court Theater around the corner, and there's a few more shops as well. So let's see, here's the stairway B, and the Royal Court Theater should be right around here. And here's the theater. It looks like it's closed right now. Doesn't look like it's locked though. So this is the Royal Court Theater. I'll have to check to see if they have anything planned for tonight, but this is a pretty big theater. It looks like there's also a floor down below as well. And walking out of the theater, looks like there's a few more shops here. They have a onboard liquor store apparently. And this looks to be just all liquor, Bacardi, rum. And This store here looks to be a perfume and makeup store. And we're back at the main lobby area to the musical playing on the second floor. And there's the musical The Violinist. And starting from the main lobby here, I'm going to see if I can find my way to the buffet, which is on the 7th floor. And just passing the casino area again. And off to the left here is another lounge bar. This one is called the Golden Lion. And this looks to be an Irish themed bar. And off to the right, this is a photo gallery. Looks like you could print your pictures here. And this is another bank of elevators, which of course would be faster, but I'll just walk the stairs. And the buffet is on the 7th floor, so we got to go up 5 floors. It's going to be a little bit of a walk, but at each floor though we get to stop off and see the restaurants. This is back at the Britannia restaurant, and it's about 6:30 right now. Still pretty busy. This is the 2nd floor of the restaurant, and let's keep walking here. Got some more artwork. And here's a history informational what's in a funnel. Doesn't look like there's any filtration system in that funnel, at least from the outside, or the smoke that's coming out. Doesn't seem like they filter it. And here's some more artwork. There's a ship they have in front of the Statue of Liberty. And we're now on the 5th floor, and let's see where we are according to this map here. Stairway C, floor 5, and we still have 2 more floors to go. Another Cunard ship. That's the Queen Elizabeth II. That's this boat next to a sailboat apparently. And this one says it's the Queen Elizabeth. So that's an older ship that's pretty similar to the Queen Mary II. And finally on the 7th floor, this is the King's Court buffet. Doesn't look to be as busy as the Britannia restaurant. The restaurant, you need reservations. This is just more of an open seating buffet. And it has a pretty big seating area. It takes up probably about a third of the whole ship. And it looks like tonight at the buffet they have grilled chicken. Let's see what else. French fries, cod, steak, and this is the salad bar area. Selection of cheeses, some fresh fruits on the right, and here's the salad. And this is the drink station at the buffet. Not too much to choose from, just juices and coffee. They do have some milk in the center, but it's just sitting out. I'm not sure why they don't have it on ice. And I just finished dinner and I'm now just leaving the King's Court buffet, and I'm just gonna walk back to my room. It's a little bit of a walk. I'm on the 4th deck, the 4th floor, and my room, it's a inside room, which means it does not have a window, so obviously there's no view, but the trade-off is that it's rather cheap. It's about half the price as a room that does have a window. And at first I thought it wouldn't work, but so far it's worked out pretty well, just because during the day I don't really spend a whole lot of time in the room. I usually either just go out to one of the decks, or just grab a lounge chair, or even just grab a chair somewhere inside, like maybe the lobby or one of the lounges, and just kind of sit there and do work. Here's deck 4. So I really don't think it's worth the extra $1,000 for a room with a view. Not less, maybe, I mean, if you really spend a lot of time in your room, then I guess it would be. And this is just a pretty typical cruise ship hallway. It really doesn't matter what floor you're on, they're all pretty much going to look like this. And this being on the 4th floor, I think some of these rooms, the rooms to the left might have a window, but the rooms on the right do not. And I think there's one deck below this that has rooms as well, the 3rd floor, and then below that I think it's all pretty much the internals of the boat, the engine room and stuff. And it's a little bit noisy back here too, because there's a lounge that's directly behind this hallway, but it's not too bad because they don't stay up too late. They stop the music around midnight. And this is my room. It's a good sized room for just one person. Has a king size bed, a closet area here, and I've been just doing my own laundry. I just wash it in the shower and then hang it up to dry, and so far surprisingly things dry even out in the ocean, out in the sea. Just takes a little bit longer. And here's the bathroom. Small, but it works. Has a full shower here, and they actually have turn down service twice a day. So even in the afternoons, someone will come and just pick up your dirty towels and whatnot. And they'll also make the bed, and they'll even leave these chocolates here for you. And they also leave a breakfast menu for the next day if you want breakfast. I believe they do charge for this. I kind of sleep in a little bit later, so the latest breakfast they have is at 9:30, and that's probably about when I'd be waking up. And they also every day leave a newspaper here for you, and it just tells you what's scheduled for the day, what activities they have, what's going on in the rest of the world in case you don't have internet service. And here's their schedule. It goes by times. So like right now it's about 9:30, and apparently that band I'm hearing is which is coming from right behind us, that's a 20s big band gala night in the Queen's room. And let's see what else. Oh, also, one thing that I found out about cruising is the bottled water. You have to pay extra for it. And I've been buying these little bottles here. They're about $3 each at the bars. And you can drink the water on here, but I mean, I haven't even really tried it. I'll just spend a little bit extra money. It would be nice if they would just give you the bottled water for free, but unfortunately you got to pay extra. Also, the internet service is extra. That comes out to about $20 per day, and for some reason it does not work in the room. So even if I did have one of the nicer rooms, I'd still have to go out to the lobby or one of the lounge areas and use the internet for work. And see what else about the room here. Also, there's a little refrigerator in here and some wine glasses, and I got some water in there. And it's another disco night at the Queen Anne room. It's about 9 o'clock at night, and it looks like there's a few more people here than there was last night. They pretty much have a live band every night. Hello everyone, it is Friday, day 5 of our cruise, and it's been raining on and off today, so I'm not too sure how much filming I'm going to be able to do. And we're expected to get into Southampton, England on Sunday morning, pretty early on Sunday morning, so hopefully the weather will clear out by then. Hello everyone, I'm at a seating area just off the main lobby, and this is a good place to go and just grab a seat and enjoy the view, which today is starting to get a little bit more stormy. The waves have certainly picked up quite a bit. I would say right now they're at least 4 to 5 foot, maybe a little bit more, and you can feel the boat more go from side to side now. Before it was just the motion of going forward. So if you are prone to any seasickness, that could be an issue. And it's not too bad. It's not like these coffee cups here on this table are going to fall off, but you can certainly feel slight side to side motion. And I'm just now going to walk over to the art gallery, which is near the stern of the ship, and this is the main lobby and casino off to the right. And I believe, got my trusty map here, I believe the art gallery is on the 3rd floor. So just walking up these stairs here, and it might take a couple minutes to get there, so just thought I'd take this time to kind of go over what I liked and did not like about the cruise so far. Overall, the experience has been pretty good. Just a few small things that I didn't like too much, but overall pretty good. I enjoyed the new experience of taking a cruise. I think everyone should try to take a cruise at least once in their lifetime. It's just a different experience, a fun experience. Overall, the boat is very well kept, pretty clean. They have a lot of housekeeping staff, turn down service. With the housekeeping is twice per day, and they keep your rooms really clean, so I like that. And the food overall has been pretty good. Maybe a few small things, but I was pleasantly surprised by just the standard fare at the buffet. I have not had to pay extra yet. And I'm now at the Britannia restaurant, just passing through here. I think I can find my way to this art gallery, and looks like they're getting ready for dinner time. It's about 4:30. Hello. And so overall, my experience has been pretty good. The few dislikes that I did not like so much so far have been the cost of the bottled water. So far on this trip, I've spent probably about $10 per day just on bottled water, and it's not that big of a deal, but it would be nice if that came with the trip or was a little bit better priced. And I'm now in the art gallery, so I did find it, and these are the pieces of art that they have. But besides that, also the other small thing that I didn't like too much was how the milk at the buffet was just left out and just left on the counter at room temperature. And it kind of makes me wonder if they don't do that maybe so people don't drink as much milk. I'm not really sure about that, but anyhow, we just walked the whole length of the art gallery here, and there's also a fitness center too. It's kind of a small one, but that's near the bow of the ship, which is completely on the other side. And I'm gonna see if I can just get to that. Let me just walk through the Golden Lion bar. But so yes, they do have a fitness center. It just has just the basic stuff, some stationary bicycles and free weights. And now just leaving the Lion Lounge. And I am now at the fitness center, and these are the stationary bicycles, and in the back they have some jogging machines there, running machines. And one interesting fact about the Queen Mary is that they also have a library, and this library is supposed to be one of the biggest floating libraries currently aboard a ship. And they got lots and lots of books in here. Hello everyone, I'm at the buffet, and there's a pretty good menu tonight. They have sirloin steak with tilapia fish and lots of sides. I got some mashed potatoes. They also have vegetables, and there's a salad bar as well. Kind of skip the salad. And they also have lots of sweets, lots of cake, and I picked up a slice of cheesecake. And they have lots of fresh fruit too, apples and oranges. And overall, it's been a pretty good dinner. And one more thing that I like about being on a cruise boat is that when you leave, the doors don't slam. And it'd be nice if the hotels in Las Vegas and other places would fit their doors like this. Hello everyone, it is about 6:30 a.m. on Sunday morning, and we just arrived to Southampton a few hours ago. And so far, from what I could tell of the city, it looks just about like any other port. We are welcomed this morning by, of course, the British flag and a giant IKEA store. And this port also seems to be popular with other cruise ships. Just looking off the stern here, I could count 3 of them. But this will mark the end of our 7-day voyage, and thank you for watching.